don't know why my phone is being off. It's like everybody's on their phone or some shit right now. I don't know. Let's give my phone a little fucking jankiness. So let me see. I'm just going to cross the street over here. See what's going on this side. Let's see. I'll talk to you. I'll retell the stories. I mean, whatever. I don't like to retell any stories, but my phone was being deleterious or delinquent or disgusting, or but it wasn't divining what I was going to discuss with people. But here I am. Hope you all are enjoying the apparent the here's the thing. I mean, let's talk about New Year's a little bit. Why do people build up so much tension for what today is? Like, there is no doubt without question, and I'm going to explain this. There's no doubt without question that every planet, what you'd consider planets, okay, because it's not like that. It's not the way you think of it, but there's different energies that make their ways to this earth, for certain, without question, absolutely. But why is it that everybody puts so much? They put so much of a there's like something they just like, oh well, fucking Easter is important and Christmas is important, and July 4th or whatever. They give you these holidays. Most of these holidays are you call the greeting cards holidays. They just make them up. They're just like, oh, it's fucking Secretary Day. It's this day. It's this. There's a few of them that are based in actuality. And the actuality is there's energies that occur during certain times of the cycle. And the cycle is predicated upon. You can look out when the sun. Okay, if you know the sun is up at some point in time, like it's in front of you, and sometimes it's dark, like you can accept that that's a real energy system. But then they go, well, that energy system exists like that, right? But what about the other, like the planets? But they don't matter. But then they tell you about them. Like, well, if they don't matter, why are you telling me? And are they actually sitting out there in another realm? Are they just sitting there 20 million miles away? They tell you it's so far away, then why are we discussing them? Hold on. I'm gonna fucking go real crazy on this bullshit right now. Because it is. If the planets are so far away from this earth, why are we discussing them ever? Okay. I'm gonna go. So I'm pissing right now. It's a fact. That's what I'm doing. That's what's happened. That's what I'm doing. If right now I'm gonna say this so many times in the next few shows. So when people show up for this, I mean, maybe some people will see this tonight or tomorrow or whatever. I'm going to say this again. It's going to really fuck your brain up. Why do we care about what the sun is doing if it's 93 million miles away? Why do we? Because we can absolutely, without question, no matter what they tell us, we get the energy from the sun. But then they go and tell us there are these planets and these other things that are even farther away. Why do they tell us that? Unless, of course, it has an impact on us. And the impact is whatever energy it is. Why are they telling us this? Like, what do I care that the planets Neptune, Mars, Venus, Mercury, what they'll call it planets. Why do I care? Why do they bring it up? So it's so funny that people laugh at astrology, but astronomy they're okay with. People, the insanity of this is amazing. I'm gonna sit here because it'll give me enough light. So here's the funny thing. This is really funny shit. If I say that I'm an astrologer, people will give me some sort of credibility. If I say I work for NASA, people give me credibility. If I say I study astronomy, not astrology, excuse me, if I study astronomy, they'll love me. If I astrology, they don't like me. They're like, you're an idiot, you're stupid. And I was like, okay, explain the difference here. What's going on here? Yeah, it's been practiced and used for so long. and then we're looking at planets that are fucking so far. According to these people, the people that we respect, NASA and the the institutions that say this is what's important. Like, this is stupid. You don't use astrology because it's gonna lead you astray. I wonder, why is it that the sun has so much impact? We can see it, but then they tell us about, again, you have to grasp what I'm trying to say here. These other planets are so far away, and they're not impacting here. Then why, if something was 1 billion miles away from you, you know what you do? You do nothing. But why? Well, you know what we never do? We never focus. Here's the point. Your neighbor right there is fucked up. The person that you walk by every day doesn't have a food, doesn't have clothes, they're cold. And you do nothing about that. But then you'll turn on the TV, and then somebody like, there's a planet 93 zillion quadrillion light years away from anything you could imagine. And the stars there in the sky. And maybe one day that thing, they just go through this stupid shit. Like, they don't like say, hey, well, maybe, why don't these people in NASA just go, hey, if we just shut the fuck up for just 1 second and just let's just deal with actuality, not with what you're trying to present, even if it's right. If right now, and hello, buddy, Happy New Year. If you had to choose to help everyone on this planet right now, or to pay attention to a planet that may do something in 10 zillion trillion years to affect this plane of existence, what do you do? Wouldn't you feed the people? Like, if your child needed help, wouldn't you help it? If your family, your child is like a couple days old, your family is 70 years old, but then it's like, there's this planet, it's like it's 1 billion light years away, and then they convince you that that's more important than what's right next to you. We can't feed those people. We can't help those people. Do you see the insanity of this? Is what I'm saying, is it falling on deaf ears, or is it not making sense? Am I not saying it the right way? If I'm not saying it the right way, let me say it again, and I'm just gonna say the same thing. What's more important? The person standing, like right now, if there was someone sitting next to me, you know what I'd do? You know what I could do? I could give them a beer. I could offer them hey, what's up? I could give them a hug. I could talk to them. I could, offer them a blanket if I had it. You know what I'm saying? I could do that. But that's not. But what we need to do is go, no, don't worry about that. There's an eventuality because of humans, and it was all of you. It was all of you. It wasn't anybody else. It was you guys. You did it. Even though, and they're just going to keep telling you that you're the fuck up. You're the fuck up. And everybody's going, we're the fuck ups. Humans are terrible. But I'm not. I'm a fucking fabulous, magical, amazing, outstanding, a tremendous God in this realm. I'm beyond human. I'm a human, and I love myself and everyone else, and I love my God, nature, and goddesses, and all this. So you're gonna tell me, and I love whatever the planets might be, or the moon and the sun. Like, well, that's fine, and the earth, whatever. That's all. This is good, right? But you're gonna say, if someone's next to you, I can't feed this person, I can't help this person, but it's more important to think about what NASA says, even though they say that don't study astrology, but we know astronomy, and so we're going to tell you how far these planets are away, but you need to be concerned with that. We need to go to fucking Mars. Do you see an insanity of this? Happy New Year, everyone. According to your Gregorian calendar, I ain't living in fucking 2020. Yeah, y'all can stay in 2021 if you want. I'm living well beyond 3031. Like Deltron was in 3030. Fuck that. Deltron, I love Deltron. He can come see me. I'm a year ahead of him. I'm masterclass with this shit. I don't know why people don't get this. Like, why do people listen to this? Like, if you give this to if you gave this idea to the normal person, what would you do? What would you do with that information? Like, if you heard this information, you didn't know it. What would you do with the fact that, like, I never thought about that? Maybe the planets aren't that important. Or they're saying that they planted it there. Maybe you should take care of the plants around you. Nobody cares about the flowers and the trees and the shit, like everything, They don't want. They want to go to the grocery store and they want to shit on the people that are less fortunate. But they're willing to believe NASA. Right? Willing to do that. Willing to believe the government. Willing to believe the people that don't give two fucks about their livelihood or anybody else. But you walk by someone and you're supposed to treat them badly, but go, yeah, but we can't use plastic straws anymore. It's insane. It's literally fucking insane. I don't know if insane is the word. It's just something that is so fucking bizarre and beyond my comprehension of how people are like this. They're like, this is why I say I don't consent to anything. I have admonished, I think is the correct word here, myself from the human species, race, and anything that is connected to someone believing that I'm not a piece of paper. I'm standing here right now, and I'm trying to help people, trying to help anything, whatever it is. That's just what it's been for a long time. And then I got to argue with people about, I've had to argue with people when I tried to help them. I've had to argue with people about trying to help them. I'm not saying hey, they got a fucking wound and it hurts for me to fix the wound. I'm saying I'm just literally done normal shit to try to help people, and they act like I'm trying to teach them about some sort of, if I talk to the Christians, they say, oh, you're pagan worship and you're magic and you're using If I talk to the pagans about anything that's like God, they go, oh, you fucking believe in Jesus. If I talk to vegans about hey, there's some people that need to eat, certain things, they treat me like an asshole, right? And if I talk to, there's no winning. There's no winning with anyone. It's almost as if as usual, I go, what the fuck am I doing here? Because there's only certain people listening to me. It seems to be preaching to the choir. I don't know. What are you supposed to say to these people? These people are fucking completely and so in this new realm, I'm just done. I'm not gonna, if somebody says anything stupid, I'm like, yeah, you're right. From now on, that's gonna be my general response. It's a New Year's solution. Yeah, you're right. Not gonna argue with anybody, but nothing. My only response is, yeah, you're right. You ever said that to anybody? Oh, it's gonna piss them off, but what are you doing? Hello, how are you doing? Is it already? Where are we though?
It's 2021.
I was trying to tell people I was living in 3031. They didn't believe me.
It's 31.
Oh no, 3031. Well ahead. I don't know. I was trying to bring back knowledge from the future. They didn't believe me. So okay, 20. How about I live in 2050? What's the building number? Do you know the building number here? The building we're in. What year are we in?
I don't know.
It's shit. Thank you. See, hey, the less you know, the better you feel.
Yeah.
Ignorance is bliss, and thank you for being as ignorant as I am. I don't know what's going on. Happy day. Enjoy yourself. Good to see you, babies. Well, anyways, so that's what I had to say about that. There you are. I don't know what people are doing. I'm going upstairs, take my backpack off. Backpack. Well, apparently for some whatever reason, I've surpassed the awesomeness test. I don't know what it is. I just really don't know what it is. I know when I piss people off, I know it. I accept that. People piss me off too. They just don't accept that. But then when I'm not even trying to piss someone off, it really upsets them. They were cool with that. They knew what I was doing. I'm just talking about in the general sense of what are we doing here in this realm? What's the point? What's the point of being here anymore? I'm happy to dip. I'm just, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with people anymore. For what? People are fucking. These people are fucking different with their the way they. It's strange to know that people live for a very long time. It's strange to know how to live for a very long time. It's a very strange thing. And then also at the same time realize like you should probably stay around here longer to help people, but then at the same time go like, well, is it really even worth it? But then I have to go, Here, let me open my window real quick. Oh, shit. There it is. What am I supposed to do to help people? I've made my efforts. For so many years. So tried. What am I gonna do? Ever didn't want wigwam. Sigil. I don't know. It's always a confusing conundrum. I don't know. You guys have fun. I don't know. It's funny sometimes when people walk in the room and they just leave, or like then I have to go through. Did somebody actually walk in the room, or is it just like, oh, let's see, they not? Is it just like what the YouTube is doing? And I'm like, how did somebody get in my room if they didn't already know I existed? Because the YouTube algorithm has completely shown me that they don't let me have new subscribers. It's like it's a weird thing, man. Let me see. Hold on 1 second, y'all. There you go. So I mean, let's get back to the other funny thing. Do people think this is a new year? I mean, what's gonna really change tomorrow? Like, hopefully, people's attitude does. In the sense of 2020 sucked, right? I think it's a good thing in the sense that people will go, 2020 sucked. Maybe we could do something different here. But in the worst sense, it's like 2020 sucks, and they're gonna be like mad weird about shit next year. But as far as I've seen so far, people were pretty awesome tonight. I was really enjoying my night. Enjoyed my entire day. I don't know what the fuck am I supposed to do. I enjoyed it. What it is. What you guys? What do you think? What do you think this new year holds in store for humanity? Because to you go through this whole thing where like, no, we're all one, we're all the same, and then we all have our individual experiences. You go through this whole metaphysics shit. You can go through all this shit. What do you think this new year is? It's just the way you think different. And now, because that's the part that I have the biggest. So I did fasting. I did 40 days plus on water. I did lemon juice fasts. I just a vegetarian, and you know what happened in my life? I wouldn't say anything improved. So I wasn't really affecting that much. But then sometimes I'm doing things and I feel like my energy goes to the universe and I affect things, right? So for you, and I'm not using this, let's say, because I know people tell me the same thing. It's like, so what's the correct answer? Are you doing all this? Are they doing it? Is there an us? Is it them? Is there all of us? If we're all one, then why isn't it getting better? Because that I've done things for a very long time, which predicated on believing in. I just got a positive mindset, and I eat good, and I don't kill animals, protect things, and like didn't really affect it. I couldn't say it made it better or worse. I mean, sometimes I felt it made it worse, but whatever. So, in this year, and why are we using the word year? Why are we using the Gregorian calendar? I mean, why the fuck are people living? I don't know. I hope you're having a good new year, if that's why you see it. It's a new day. It's a new moment. It's a new hour. It's a new bridge to somewhere. To Terabithia, perhaps. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hope you have a good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow, perhaps.